hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video and welcome to day 5 of Vlogmas. I really hope you guys are enjoying the Vlogmas content so far and I hope you're following me along. There will be a playlist linked below in the description box of all the videos, so whenever you're watching this video, if it's over the holiday season or at a different time, you'll be able to watch all the videos together. So I'm going to do a bit of a different one today, because one thing I see regularly on YouTube is gift guide for him, gift guide for her, all that kind of stuff. I'll not be doing that. That will be coming up in the next couple of days. But the one thing that I always get stuck with is the forgotten gifts. And let me explain that before I continue any further. The forgotten gift, or the unexpected gift, is the gift of the person that turns up that you may have seen a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, or it could have been 20 years ago, or it could be someone you've never met that comes to an event that you're hosting or somewhere you're visiting. And what I want to do is create a list of all of the different gifts. Stuff that is quick and easy to get access to, but also stuff that makes the person who you're buying it for feel like it wasn't just some random last minute thought that you had, you know, the kind of way. Now, by all means, I am not against re-gifting. If you have something and you know what I mean, it's something you're not going to use and you know that another person will love it, by all means re-gift. But I think we've all been in the situation where someone's come over to our house or a party or, you know, anything like that. It could be a workplace thing. Someone unexpected gives you a gift and you're in work and you're not expecting it, or that secret Santa thing that you forgot about. But anyway, I have a list here. If you see me looking down, I'm just viewing the list on my phone of the stuff that I've written down, because I have made a note of all the gifts. So I've come up with some what I think are nice gifts that are easy, quick and accessible, but they're going to really cover you for those instances when that unexpected person, you know, gives you a gift, or you get a gift from somebody and you don't know what to get them, or, you know, Secret Santa's tomorrow and you haven't gotten them anything and you're on a budget. So I've kind of tried to cover a variety of kind of price bands in this, but also give you guys a good bit of selection and kind of stuff that I wouldn't have thought of straight. Now, obviously, we're going to have the standard stuff that you'd buy normally anyway, but I kind of wanted to add to that and make it a little bit different and, you know, give you guys some variety, because I know we've all been stuck in this situation. Okay guys, so what I have here is 11 different items that I think would be really good forgotten gifts. So the first one is your standard, if it's your low budget, last minute, quick gift that everybody can enjoy. Now, when I say everybody, most of the gifts I'm referring to are for adults, you know what I mean? You can adjust, I suppose, based on kids, but generally what I'm talking about is adults. So the first gift I'm talking about is wine. Wine is a pretty safe bet for most people. A lot of people drink it. I've never known anybody to get a bottle of wine and be offended by it. So obviously there are exceptions to every rule, guys, but wine is a really good one. A white wine, a red wine and a rosé. And I know usually this time of the year, if you go to a lot of the kind of off licenses or liquor stores as they're called in certain parts of the world, they do, a lot of them do gift sets where you can get a red and a white quite inexpensively, as I said, or a white and a rosé, etc. Or pretty much if you know what wine the person drinks. I know myself, there's one of my aunties, I know the wine that she drinks, because every time you go to a party in her house, and she loves to have a party, there's a particular kind of wine that she serves, so I would know that that's a wine that she loves. So if I was needing to get her a gift last minute, that would be definitely something I'd consider. So number 2 we're going to move on to is your standard chocolates. Okay guys, chocolate, you can't go wrong with chocolates unless they're lactose intolerant, which is something I've come to realise recently, because one of my best friends recently has become lactose intolerant. So, but aside from that, you're pretty safe with chocolate. Especially as well, they're around this time of the year, you have companies like Lindt, L-I-N-D-T, Lindt, opening up special stores and pop-ups. I think Cadbury's do them as well. Cadbury's do the Secret Santa kind of experience thing that they're doing this year, and this is a really good time of the year to get those gift sets as well, like your trays that you wouldn't get out throughout the year. Another good one is when you're going to do your shopping. Now, I don't know if this is around the world, but I know it's a thing in Ireland. At Christmas time, we buy tins, well, they're tins, they're plastic boxes now, but they're known as tins of Cadbury's Roses, Quality Street. There's loads of them. There's biscuits or cookies if you prefer. there's these tins anyway that you can get, and they're around €4 or €5. They're pretty inexpensive. Now, you can get into the box of chocolates that go up to 30, 40, 50, 60, you know, for more and more exclusive brands and all that kind of stuff. But the tins of biscuits and chocolates, they generally are on special offer around this time of the year. And I think a lot of us are buying them anyway. So I always say, and one thing that me and my dad always do, and my mum, I used to do it her as well, was if you need, say you have your shopping list and you need 3 tins of sweets and 3 tins of biscuits, buy an extra one of each. Because that way, if you do have that unexpected visitor call to your house on Christmas you weren't expecting, you know, the kind of way, if you're at an event, you can quickly grab that, have it wrapped and ready to go, or you can wrap it very quickly and give it as a gift. So chocolates, and what I mean by that is like your, you know, obviously if you want to do a chocolate bar, do a chocolate bar, but you know, your tins of sweets, your tins of biscuits, all that kind of stuff, really, really good. And buy an extra, and they're quite inexpensive, 4 or 5, you know, euro usually, or depending on what your local currency is. And it's a thing as well, it doesn't take up much room, and you can wrap it and put it under your own tree. And at the end of the day, if it gets to the end of Christmas and you don't use it, you can always just, you know, have it yourself, it's not something that you've spent a load of money on that you're going to really be out of pocket for. So that's another suggestion that I have. The other one I have is just simple flowers. Now you can go into your grocery store, your supermarket, and get your bunch of flowers. Another good one is potted plants. They're really good gifts. I know this time of the year, for us, a big thing we get is wreaths. We go around to all the graves of all my family members, and we put wreaths on the grave, so that can be a really nice one. And even if you know someone who's lost someone during the year, maybe buying them a wreath for their family member for Christmas could be a nice gift. Plants are really good ideas. Poinsettias are huge at this time of the year, so that's a really nice gift, a potted poinsettia. And then just normal bunches of flowers. They're easy, they're accessible, they're available in Ireland anyway, I know, in petrol stations, gas stations if you're in America. I don't know if you guys have them there, but we do here everywhere. When there's nothing else open, the petrol stations are open. Potted plants, flowers, and I think they really do appeal to the masses. Like, a lot of people say, oh, well, women like flowers. Number one, there's some women who don't like flowers. They've no interest in flowers. And I also know some men who would be very grateful and appreciative of a plant or flowers. And it's something, I think it's a really nice gift, and especially if you know the person's favourite. If you don't, you know, most people like flowers, and most people aren't offended if you pick like the wrong type of flower. You know what I mean? But their favourite flower or a selection of flowers, something like that, can be a really nice gift. Or if it's someone who's really into home decor, you could buy them like a wreath for their front door. When I said wreaths are great, they're usually like made of, I think it's fir, F-I-R, like fir tree, like Christmas fir, like Christmas tree. They're made of them, and they're handmade, and they're fresh wreaths. They usually just are for Christmas and ribbons and stuff. But yeah, a wreath for the door is a really nice gift for people who are into home decor, and potted plants, and even the artificial plants for their home is a really, really nice gift if people are into that kind of thing. And the next thing I'm going to move on to is hampers. So one thing I've noticed this year, I noticed it last year as well, but I'm especially seeing it this year, is I've been into kind of like the cheaper stores, like Deals Here, Poundland, stuff like the Dollar Tree, that kind of thing. And you can get like the baskets for like a hamper. So you get your basket and your stuffing, and then your cellophane wrap or whatever wrap you want to use in the outfits, or on the outside should I say, and they're really good for this time of the year. And you know, now this might be a bit controversial what I'm saying. It's not that controversial, but I mean no offence to anybody when I say this. It can be a really good way to get rid of unwanted gifts. Okay, you have that unsuspected, unknown person that shows up, and you've no gift for them. If you've gotten, say, gift sets, I know I went through one year and I think I got about 9 gift sets. You know those shower gift sets we all, that's like a shower gel and a body cream and maybe a hand cream, and it's like 1 is 2 is fine. When you get like 9, it's like, are you trying to sell me something? I'm joking, like, I don't mind, but like, there's particular brands I use. I think we're all like that. We've particular brands we use or prefer. Some of us now don't care, you know what I mean? But, and then I think, you know, especially people, if you want to try out start moving towards the natural deodorants and, you know, the bars of shampoo and stuff like that, they're getting very popular for gift sets this year. But I think now is a really good time for hampers, or to create a hamper for someone you like. So if you have that friend that wants to try more clean beauty, you could get them like I think is it Garnier who are doing it? I think Garnier do the shampoo soap. I could be wrong on that. I know Lush do them. Lush Cosmetics, they do them. You could get them that, like stuff like the Wild or the Native deodorants, and that kind of thing. The bamboo toothbrush, for you can make a lovely hamper that's specific for that person who you really want to buy a gift for. Because some people can be really hard to buy gifts for, or you know exactly what you want to get them, but that gift doesn't exist. A hamper is a really good way to do that, and you can fill it with, you know, nice little cosmetics. You can fill it with nice little pieces of, you know, Lego for a kid, or, you know, toys for a kid, colouring books, and they're a really good way to really diversify, you know, your gifts. And if you want, you could have like a hamper in the house that you keep as an emergency gift. You can even have different price ones. Have one that's like worth the whole thing's €20 or the whole thing's €50 or whatever. Like, I've seen incredibly expensive hampers. A few years ago, a friend of mine did a hamper for her boyfriend, and it had like AirPods in it and an iPhone, and there was an iPad and like crazy stuff. Like, I mean, really expensive. But that was I think it was their 5th or 10th anniversary or something, and that's the kind of thing they do, and good for them. But like, hampers are really good in that way that you can put a collection of stuff together that usually wouldn't make sense. Like, if I got in a bag a bottle of wine, some chocolates, some flowers, I'd be like, that's a totally normal gift. But then, like, if I got, like, say, a box of chocolates and a candle, again, it makes sense. But then all of a sudden it's like shower gel, a bar of soap and wine. You're a bit like, why are you going with this? But I think hampers allow you to do that and really kind of use your imagination and create a gift that's personal to someone. Like, I've made them with people with, like, completely, if I explained to you what was in the hamper, you'd literally be like, what are you doing? You're literally nuts. Like, you're crazy. But the person I gave it for, because I know them really well, you know, found it really nice, because that was the kind of things that I knew they were into. Like, they don't usually connect, but in a hamper I think you can do that, and it's a really quick and easy gift. You can run into your Dollar Tree or Dollar Store, your Euro store, whatever, and pick up some random items, whether it's like their favourite shampoo, their favourite, you know, body wash, their spray. Like, if they're big into cleaning, you get them like dust mitts, and you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Like your Swiffer, you could throw a Swiffer in or whatever, and just like little bits, arts and crafts could be stuff they're into, and kind of do that, and you can really diversify and make a really nice personal gift while keeping the cost down. And the thing with a hamper is it can be whatever budget you set. Whereas, you know, when you buy the gift sets in stores, like there's certain ones, like certain brands, say someone's into Ted Baker, for example, those sets can be really, really expensive. But whereas you might want to get them one piece of Ted Baker and then, you know, other stuff within your budget. So that's a really good idea, I think. So the next thing I'm going to move on to is, oh, I've already covered that, I suppose, home decor. What I meant by that was, like, wreaths are really nice at this time of the year. As I said already, potted plants and that kind of thing. I got a gift of these a couple of years ago for Christmas, these bottles, and I just think they're so cute. Like, I really like them, and I'm really into decorating, especially for Christmas, stuff like that. And then, yeah, what I mean also by home decor is like ornaments. They're really good for this time of the year. I know in Ireland a huge company that we have is a company called Newbridge Silverware, and they make their silversmiths basically, and they're absolutely huge here, and a lot of people have their Christmas decorations, and they go from like up from say 10 or 12 euro for an ornament up to, you know, probably one or two, a couple of hundred probably, like for the really, like, really good stuff, really like the real fancy stuff. But that's a really good idea this time of the year, and a lot of charities as well do, they'll do special Christmas decorations for this time of the year, and you're funding the charity as well as giving a gift to somebody. I think that can be a really nice idea. Stuff like figurines as well is really nice. Like, I know angels and little cherubs and stuff are really popular this type of the year, and that kind of thing. Another big company we have here is Waterford Crystal. I'm sure a lot of you know Waterford Crystal, I'm assuming that you do, but they make Christmas decorations as well as like obviously they make the glassware. They're famous for their crystal and their glassware, but they make like special Christmas glassware and that kind of thing, but they also make Christmas decorations, and they've like a couple of lines. There's like Marquee by Waterford Crystal, there's, is it Wedgwood, was that one of them? I can't remember, but there's loads of different ones by Waterford Crystal that they make at this time of the year, like vases and all that kind of stuff, if you're into that kind of thing. But, you know, again, your Christmas decorations can come from anything from like a couple of cents, €1 or €2, up to, you know, thousands if you want to go down the road of like Cartier and Louis Vuitton or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna go like completely up the far end. But it's a really nice gift, and you can get a lot of them, you can get personalised, which I think is a really nice gift at this time of year, and also can be a small token to add into something else, just to make it a little bit more personal. Also great for Secret Santa. So the next thing I have is vouchers. Now guys, we all get vouchers at Christmas. Okay. Now there's one company here in Ireland, they're called One for All. Now they're pretty cool within the vouchers that you can use them in, like, they're not just for one shop, they're for like a multitude of shops. But they can be a little bit annoying in that after a year they start rallying up charges, so if you don't use them. And if you're in Europe, you know recently the legislation has changed around vouchers, that they have to, I know definitely in Ireland, I'm not sure of the rest of Europe, but I think it was from Europe as well, the vouchers have to be valid for 5 years or something now. They can't do this whole expires in 6 months, you know, in lieu of it being mad scammy. Because, you know, obviously you go into, say, your local salon and you pay €200 for a voucher for something for Christmas, and then they don't use it in 6 months and then it expires. The salon still has the €200. Like, it's just, I just find it super dodgy, the places that do that, and I personally just don't go to them. And that's always been a kind of a policy I had, but vouchers are really good. So obviously you have like your normal, you know, their favourite shop, like book tokens, like book vouchers, and, you know, like GameStop vouchers, that kind of thing, you know what I mean, like game stores, clothing like Zara, H&M, you know what I mean, like the list goes on of all the clothes shops, shoe shops, all that kind of thing. But I was thinking of kind of something slightly different. Vouchers that I've come across and doing a little bit of research. So one of them is Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster do gift cards, which is, I think, a really good idea for a gift, because I think a lot of us, there's concerts we want to go to and, you know, shows we want to go to, and sometimes by the time the concert comes up, because some of them, especially music concerts, can be a year out, and they literally announce them, and then, you know, they'll announce them on Monday, tickets are on sale Friday, and the show's not for, you know, 10 months, and the tickets are going to sell out in 2 minutes, and that might not be in your budget. Whereas I think with a Ticketmaster gift voucher, then you have that, and you can buy, they can then go to whatever show they want. You know what I mean? You're not buying them tickets for some show they don't want to go. They can go and go to a specific show. And a lot of Ticketmaster around the world, they work not just at music gigs, they work at concerts, they work at theatre shows, they work in, you know, multiple things, music festivals, like loads and loads, arts festivals. And Ticketmaster usually do the tickets for all those things, so it gives them such a broad way to shop. And it's not something I've seen very often, Ticketmaster vouchers, but I think it's a really good idea. Another thing would be like vouchers for theatres. I know here, like, we have the Bord Gáis Energy Theatre. Is one of them. We obviously have like the 3 Arena, which is more for music gigs, but occasionally they do shows there. We have like loads. We've the Olympia Theatre, the Gaiety Theatre, the Gate, the Abbey. Like, we have loads. And I know certain people who go to Bord Gáis all the time, like they always go, and they'd never buy themselves, like, you know what I mean, the membership or whatever, or they'd never, you know what I mean, they'll never buy themselves the good seats. But I think that's a really nice idea. A lot of these theatres now are doing gift vouchers. So rather than you buying a ticket for, say, you know, I don't know, the Phantom of the Opera. If someone wants to go to the Phantom of the Opera, by all means buy them tickets to the Phantom of the Opera. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do. But if you know that they love theatre, but you don't know what shows they're into, or you're looking at the shows that are on and you just think, I don't really think they'd have really interest in them, but I'd love to get them something like that. Theatre vouchers are really, really good for that. And the final one is the prepaid cards that they're doing now. They're now doing like prepaid MasterCards. I don't think there's a prepaid Visa. I have seen a prepaid MasterCard. And some of them are for specific places, like in Dublin I know there's a place called Dundrum Town Centre, which is a huge centre, shopping centre, like a mall thing, and they have a prepaid MasterCard that I know works in the entire centre. I don't know if it works outside it, but I know you can get prepaid MasterCards where you just top them up and they can use them anywhere that takes MasterCard. So, you know, it's like giving them money, but it's on a card basically. And also, you always have money. Most people are very happy to receive money, just like cold hard cash, like great present. And they can buy what they want. Another thing I said here was gift sets. Again, like, what I mean by gift set is like, think outside the box. You know what I mean? Like by all means, if you annually buy a person a particular set, then by all means get that. Like, every year I buy Brian, my brother, since I was, I think, about 10 or 12. I bought my brother, I get him a gift, but I always get him a Lynx gift set. If you're in North America, that's Axe, like Axe body spray. We call it Lynx. In Ireland, I don't know what they call it in Europe. It could be Lynx or Axe. I really don't know. I know in Ireland and the UK though it's called Lynx. So like, I get him one of those sets every single year, like without fail. It's like a tradition at this stage. But yeah, like, that's just the thing that I do. And those gift sets are great, but I've been doing a lot of research on it, and I'm finding all these like new gift sets you can get. Like they're doing like gift sets for, you know, certain hobbies and stuff like that. That's becoming very popular. You know, a lot of these websites you can go onto and you can select a gift set and they'll make it for you. And like, to be honest, you need to be ordering these now because we are in December now, we're kind of in the run up to Christmas. But you know, different, and gift sets are great anyway. Just those, you know, those shower body ones, they work anyway. But like there's loads of them, and I find a lot more now available for men, because what I used to do is you'd go into like one of the big pharmacy chains here is Boots, and Boots are like famous at Christmas. They do like a 3-for-2 deal on all the gift sets, and they do the huge brands like Soap and Glory. They do like the Boots brand stuff. There's Sanctuary, there's Ted Baker, there's, I'm pulling a blank here, but like there's all the brands, you know what I mean? Spotlight, there's, you know, Bellamy Anta, like all the tan brands, all the Benefit, all the cosmetic brands, MAC and or Smashbox on, they all, if they make a gift set, Boots probably sell it. What I notice is when you go into, especially when you go into the men's section, there's like, you know, 8 rows of women's, there's like 5 rows of kid, and then the men is like, you know, there's the 5 brands now that make stuff for men. But I'm noticing this year there's a lot more for stuff, and a lot more male grooming products, and there's a huge amount of them available. And I think they're really, really good set to look into for both men and women. And I think they're getting a lot more companies are making gift sets now for women. Like I know Yankee especially now are starting to make more and more of them, Yankee Candle, and a lot of people like them as well. So gift sets are a really good idea. And they're kind of a ready to go gift. You go into your pharmacy or your store that sells them, you pick up your gift, you know, you pick your brand, it has a little bit of everything in it. They're usually in boxes, which means they're really easy to wrap, which is very good. And then you just pop your card or your gift tag on and off you go and you're finished. And I just think they're great in that way. And, you know, people underestimate them, but gifts are great. Now, the next one is one that I haven't ever talked about on the channel before, but it's something I have used. It's a really good last minute gift, especially if you're in a pinch. Groupon, guys. I don't know, I'm pretty sure Groupon is in the US, the UK, it's definitely in Ireland. I think it might be in Australia. I'm pretty sure it's in most of the world. I want you to let me know down below if I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure Groupon is pretty much everywhere. If you're not familiar with Groupon, there's different companies that I can't think of the name right now that are similar to Groupon, but you basically go on and you can buy discounted experiences. So you might have like a deep tissue massage is usually €120 for example, say for like a 1 or 2 hour experience. You can get it on Groupon for probably like 75. Or maybe even 50 if you get a really good deal. And you literally go on to Groupon, you can like log on your phone, you can do it on a computer, you know, a tablet, anything. You go on, you find an experience, they have day trips, you can book like, you know, experiences like balloon, going on hot air balloon trip, like they have the most random stuff, like some of it. But like the stuff I've tried that I never would have thought of, and then I went on Groupon, I was like, actually that might be interesting. They do sell like gift items as well, some random kind of JML type kind of, you know that kind of vibe, you know, random ones. They have stuff like that as well, but like vouchers for spa, and like a lot of it's big spas, like big companies you'd know, and especially this time of the year they'll do codes. And I've bought like many of my family members, like the females, I've bought them like massages and spa days, salons, you know, all that kind of stuff, and really good discounts, getting their lashes done, their nails done, their hair done. And like if that's what you're into, you know, I got a friend of mine a few years ago, flight lesson. You know, there's like loads of stuff, but they're really good, they're really quick, and you literally go on, you pick your thing, you put in your card, and they literally send it to you or email it to you like straight away, like within a couple of minutes. And you print it off, or some of them, I think on the new one there's a QR code you could send. I could be wrong on that, but I know somebody sent me, I think it was a few months ago, I got it when somebody sent me the QR code for one. So, you know, Groupon's brilliant, and it has a selection of literally so much stuff, like I mean the amount of experiences and stuff on it. So highly recommend for last minute gifts. The next one is candles. Candles are really good. They suit most people, especially if you've a family or a friend who has recently bought a new house, especially this time of the year, people move house. Candles are really good for that. Pretty much anyone who's a homeowner. And you can also go like really out there with like, obviously Yankee have a smell for like everything, and seasonal smells, and I know they're really popular this time of the year, and they're pretty much a gift that suits everybody, to be honest. A Yankee candle. They do seasonal stuff throughout the year, and they adjust throughout the year, the scents and stuff. But you can get all kinds of creative, like 2-wick, 3-wick candles. Seasonal, if you go to somewhere like TK Maxx Home Sense, they do very seasonal stuff. Even IKEA, you can go into IKEA and get like 1, 2 and 3-wick candles. But I think they're a really good, really simple gift. You can add them onto another gift, you can have them as their own gift. Really, really good idea. Grand. So the next one then is, oh yeah, homemade gifts. So coming up on the channel in the next kind of couple of weeks, you're going to see how Vlogmas is. I'm going to be doing some homemade crafts and stuff for Vlogmas. So there's going to be, like, I've mentioned this before, but like one of the things I'm going to be doing is canvases, like signage and stuff for Christmas. It'll be coming up in a couple of weeks. At some stage, I can't remember the exact date, but that will be coming up in the future. And that's a really nice gift, a homemade gift for people. I think homemade gifts as well are something that are especially undervalued at this time of the year. You know, people get caught up in the, you know, the gift buying and how much money you're spending, and you don't want to like put yourself into massive debt, but you also don't want people to think that you don't care about them because you didn't spend a lot of money on them, which, depending on your own opinion of what that value is worth. But, you know, I know a lot of people do that, they worry about that, but I think a really nice thing to receive as well as a homemade gift. Like, if you're someone who makes candles, why don't you make candles for extra candles for your family and friends for Christmas? I think they'd really appreciate that. Like, finding what scent they like, making their favourite scent. You know, even stuff like adding a homemade card, homemade gift tags. You know what I mean? Turn an old box into like a nice gift box for a present. You know, if you've any crafty stuff, if you make quilts, if you crochet, if you knit, you know what I mean? If you do scrapbooking, whatever, homemade crafts are a really, really nice idea for Christmas and really, really good. And I think a lot of people appreciate them. So that would be something I'd suggest. Like, literally, if you Google homemade crafts for Christmas, there's millions. You know what I mean? You can do embroidery, you can do crafts. You can do, like, if you do woodwork, that's another great thing. If you're a welder, you know what I mean? You could make like a small ornament or something like that. Anyway, sky's the limit. Use your creativity. Homemade gifts are a really beautiful and heartfelt thing, I think, and they're very undervalued in that someone didn't just go into a shop and pick up a box and put a card. Like, that's not as good. It is. They've, you know what I mean, they're spending their hard-earned cash on you, or their hard-earned money on your gift or whatever, or, you know, experiences. Again, guys, it depends on your own valuation and stuff. But, like, I think a homemade gifts, like, yes, they might not cost as much, but the person put their blood, sweat and tears into it, you know, that kind of way. And I think that's a really lovely and kind of undervalued gift as well to receive at Christmas, or to be honest, any time throughout the year. So we are coming up on the last one now. So this last one's kind of a broad, overarching kind of thing, but it's something I've been seeing more and more this year, and something I've been doing a lot of research into, and I didn't realise the actual, sorry, my chair. I didn't realise the actual broad kind of spectrum of stuff you can access through this. But one thing I've become really aware of this year is subscription boxes. There is subscription boxes for flipping everything now. I know stuff like, you know, there's Glossy Box and Birchbox, and there's another one that I can't think of the name of. What is the name of it? Bridget, if you're watching this video, can you drop it in the comments below? Or if any of you are watching and you know the name of the other, like, cosmetics box, drop it down below. There's now ones you can get for, there's subscription boxes now for, like, athletic wear. There's male grooming ones, you know, for like beards and stuff like that. There's hair care boxes, you know, like that. What do you call it? You know the one I'm talking about, guys. Like there's at least like an ad on pretty much on almost every big YouTuber channel once a year for that hair care one. You know, the one you do the quiz and it tells you what shampoo, and you can like customise the whole thing. That's subscription boxes. The deodorant companies like Wild and Native do like, you can set up an auto subscription on them, auto renews. There's beauty, there's magazines, there's like the Hunt a Killer one, which is like the murder mystery boxes. There's wine, so like there's like wine of the month clubs. There's beer of the month. There's ones for spirits. There's ones for cheese. There's like, what else is there? There's so many. There's food, there's drink, there's beauty, there's tech. I saw one there, I can't remember the name of it. There was one that was like, you know, a gadget or something like that. Like gadgets, you get a gadget every once a month, or you can pay more and get like better gadgets like every 3 months or something like that. I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly. But like subscription boxes, guys, and they're unreal because they're an unreal gift because number one, they span all like budgets. Even like something like HelloFresh. You know, the kind of way, or Drop Chef or one of them, those, you know, meal planning ones. Great idea. But subscription boxes are everywhere. They're blowing up, like literally. They're absolutely everywhere. And there's pretty much one for everybody. There's one for almost every budget. Now, some of them, don't get me wrong, are incredibly expensive. And I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, they're all very cheap. They're not. Some of them are actually stupid expensive. But again, it depends on what you're looking for and what your budget is and who the gift is for and all that kind of thing. But like, something to look in for. Subscription box is great. You literally go online, especially if you're a last minute gift. You go online, you think, oh, you know, that person really likes beer, they like wine, they like, you know, vodka, spirits, whatever, and you put in their name, their address, or whatever information is required, or you just buy the voucher from their website for the subscription service. Some of them do like buy a 3-month subscription, buy a 1 month, buy a 6-month subscription, or, you know, buy a monetary value like €50 or €10 or 20 or whatever. And you do it online, and you literally print it off, or you email to them and you give them a card, and you've got them a wonderful gift. And it's also a gift that's going to keep on giving for a couple of months because it's a subscription service. And I know some of them do like starter months, so you can just buy them a month subscription. They can decide whether or not they want to continue it on, if you don't want to spend like a lot of money on like a monthly or annual subscription. But yeah, and I think there's some interesting gift ideas. I wanted to share them with you guys. Especially that subscription box. Like, I knew about subscription boxes. I used to get Birchbox. But my God, like, there's literally, guys, there's subscription boxes for everything. Like, it's a bit nuts. Anyway, that is all I'm going to say for now on this list of my top 11 gifts for last minute, forgotten, unexpected gifts. I really hope you guys picked up a few hints and tips in that video. Maybe gave you a couple of ideas or suggestions of gifts to get, maybe for that person that's hard to shop for, or, you know what I mean, that person who has everything, or just literally a little tip in case you do get caught out with an unexpected gift purchase that you need to buy, or something you need to buy back for, or whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas so far. I will, of course, be back here again tomorrow with another Vlogmas video, which I hope you will join me for. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. If you haven't already, but you're enjoying the content on my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscription button down below. And if you would like to receive notifications, ring the bell, set it to all. You will be notified every time a video goes live on my channel, whether that is a live, a regular video, a short, or anything like that. You will be notified by YouTube if you ring that bell down below. That is the end of today's video, guys. From me and Mr. Maxi, we want to wish you a very, very happy holiday season, and for us, we celebrate Christmas. I want to wish you guys a very, very happy Christmas. I hope you guys are enjoying the Vlogmas content so far. I will, of course, be back tomorrow with another Vlogmas video. Okay, Maxi's done. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful weekend and a great week ahead. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow for Vlogmas. Our next Vlogmas video, and I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, love y'all. Bye.